जब किसान बोता है और बेचना जाता है तो उसके पास कोई मार्केट नहीं है, उसको मालूम नहीं किस मार्केट को जाना है। अगर मंडी जाता है तो 35 से 40% सामान खराब हो जाता है। और इस बीच में आठ लोग कमीशन एजेंट होते हैं, बीच में 8 कमीशन एजेंट बिचौलिए। ये बेचारे किसान को 15 से 17% जो माल मार्केट में बिकता है उसका केवल 15 से 17% किसान को जाता है, बाकी बिचौलियों को चले जाता है। तो आप विपक्ष के नेता और विपक्ष दलों को यह तय करना है कि वो किसान के साथ हैं या बिचौलिए के साथ।
अध्यक्ष जी,
अमेरिका का बिचौलिया है।
जो ग्रामीण अर्थव्यवस्था को जानता है केवल वो इस बात को पहचान सकता है। ग्रामीण अर्थव्यवस्था ये कहती है कि आपके ये बैंकों के एटीएम तो आ जाए हैं, आड़ती उस किसान का पारंपरिक एटीएम है। किसान को बेटी की शादी करनी हो, बुआ का भात भरना हो, बहन का छूछक देना हो, बच्चे की पढ़ाई करानी हो, बाप की दवाई करानी हो, सिर पे साफा बांधता है और सीधा मंडी में आरती किया जाकर खड़ा हो जाता है।
Both of you answer this. How times have changed from 2012 to 2020? Mahua Moitra, you first. Let's be honest, where you stand on this issue depends on where you sit. For the longest time, you were part of the UPA, the TMC. You all talked about open markets for farmers. Today, when the government talks of open markets, you oppose them.
Rajdeep, I think you've really messed up your history here. I'm surprised. In 2012, the Trinamool Congress walked out with 6 ministers, walked out to the UPA 2 on the exact issue of FDI in retail. We gave up 1 cabinet minister and 5 MOSs and walked out of the government, if you remember, on this issue of FDI in retail. So I don't know where the BJP and the Congress, why they're sitting in revolving chairs, but we're certainly sitting and standing in one place steady. So I can tell you that. That's the first. The second most important thing, Rajdeep, is when Parliament is in session, we have people telling us about parliamentary procedure. When Parliament is in session, no decision of the Government of India shall be said outside of Parliament. The Prime Minister went on air on a media conference and announced that he's increasing MSP by 50 rupees. What stopped him, apart from the very first day where he put in some kind of a 10-second appearance, we haven't seen him in the Lok Sabha. So why did he not come into Parliament and make this? And if he's talking about legislative backing to his words, he's saying his MSP will not be affected, then what stops them from putting it in the bill, as we have said? We had moved an amendment. You could have accepted that amendment. You could have given legal backing. He had no business announcing it outside of Parliament, and if he did, if he wanted to get away with it without sort of any kind of legal backing, is why they didn't put it in the bill. So I don't know where the BJP and the Congress stand, but I can certainly tell you where the Trinamool Congress stands, and we stand with farmers and we are standing straight.
Let me ask you, GVL Narasimha Rao, where you stand depends on where you sit. You heard Sushma Swaraj there. She was vehemently against the idea at the time of opening up markets. A. B, the point that Mahua Moitra makes. The Prime Minister has not even attended Parliament after day 1. And then on a Sunday morning, in 4 hours, on a serious farm bill, you expect the bill to be pushed through. Instead of having possibly a special session on agriculture, if it's such an important bill, if it's so historic, why do you allow even the opposition MPs only 2 minutes to speak on it? And why should the Prime Minister not be sitting in the Rajya Sabha? Isn't that where he should be? Do you all have, does the Prime Minister treat Parliament seriously or not? Or does he have a contempt for Parliament?
No, let me answer. You can have 20 different questions, but I'll answer. I think you have messed up your story.
Yes.
The FDI in retail is a completely different subject. Okay, but what you played
the philosophy was the same, sir.
Correct.
Philosophy was open markets.
We opposed FDI in retail. We opposed, and we have not opened even today. It's only single brand retail that is open. Okay, so therefore that policy we were opposing. Secondly, on the Congress, you see, you have not exposed the hypocrisy of the Congress party.
I have.
You very conveniently...
I have exposed them, how they stopped the bill on, how they switched off the lights in Parliament on Telangana. I have exposed them in their manifesto also. I agree with you. My point is, you didn't answer my question. If this is such a historic bill, what stops the Prime Minister from sitting in Parliament? What stops you from having a full day session on agriculture? Why push it through in 3 hours? Is that the way bill should be pushed?
Come on, I think you you seem to be switching off your mind to what is happening all around. We have more than 23 important legislations in new bills which have been introduced in this house. We have an 18-day session, 18-day parliament session. Nowhere in the country any assembly is sitting. People from Kolkata give us sermons here. They sit for one day and then complete their duty. And they have not had another session for 6 months. So come on, we have so many important legislations, 3.5 hours, of which more than half the time was taken by the opposition. Because the government, in fact, on many occasions, we surrender our time because we want the opposition to have their say. 3.5 hours, is that not sufficient time? Farmers should wait for another 70 years or 7 years. We had actually listed 5 bills for discussion yesterday. Only 2 bills could be discussed. The opposition didn't even want them to be passed. So you want the people of this country to be deprived of the parliamentary responsibility to pass legislation?